so that this is part two, so that you won't have to hear my truth from anybody other than me, okay? Because if I tell it, I'm gonna be able to control the narrative. And the narrative is that I fought this battle for 11 years. I've maintained my home, vehicles, everything for 11 years, while battling 2 different types of brain tumors, strokes, radiation to my brain, hemorrhaging, you know, to death, having to be brought back, all that kind of stuff. Losing my daughter, my mother, my best friend, it's been a ride. It's been a real ride, and I know that this is not the end of the ride. I just really need to readjust my harness, if you will. I gotta readjust my harness because I kind of feel like I'm falling off the ride at this time. Thank God I have a really amazing team of not only medical professionals, but also mental health professionals that helps me through all of this. But having to find out that there is a reason, I've gone through this whole journey asking God why, where did this come from, why this happened to me, and now, I've always said God didn't answer me. He won't answer me. But now he has answered me. It's certainly not what I expected. God knows it's not what I expected, but it is what it is. And now I know the truth, so I'm going to have to deal with that truth that I do know. I'm going to share that with you guys. I have a migraine right now, and my sinuses are just crazy. I think all of this, again, is because of the financial stress that I'm under, financial pressure that I'm finally feeling after 11 years, one of my girlfriends told me, she was like, I'd have been tapped out before then, but I've always been a good steward. I've always been a giver. I've always been very good with money. I'm frugal, but I'm not cheap. So I was able to sustain myself through these years. Like I said, it's just these last 5 months have really been rough. When I say rough, I mean rough. I'm not talking just not, I can't get my nails done. I'm talking about not being able to pay my rent, kind of rough. And so I want to talk to you guys about the truth about that. And if you see me moving, if you see me in a different location, that's just going to be what it is, Like I said, I'm not going to stop being transparent just because that part of my life may happen really soon, okay? So, and again, I think it's been, let me see, 5 months since I've paid rent. And my leasing office, they've been gracious. And I know you're probably thinking, ain't no way nobody allow anybody to stay in no apartment house or no apartment for 5 months without paying rent. Well, yeah, I mean, you've always paid on time, and you've always paid on time, and you've always taken good care when they come around. They have to fix anything. They always tell me, Miss Bradley, you have one of the cleanest units out here. It's not cheap to live where I live. I live in Gwinnett, for those of you that are in Georgia or those of you that are familiar with Georgia. I live in Gwinnett. It's extremely high to live over here. And I know I've heard people say, well, why are you trying to live above your means? You got to remember, in order to live somewhere, you have to have been making 3 times that amount. So if my rent is $2,100 a month and I've been living here for years, you do that math and stop saying dumb stuff to me. I'm not in the position that I'm in because I try to live above my means. I'm in the position that I am because I got sick. Okay? And it was no fault of my own, so y'all be careful how y'all say stuff to people. I've had people say some cruel things to me. So for those that say, no, you lying, ain't nowhere in the world, those people let you stay in that apartment, you ain't paid them no rent in 5 months. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you something. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that? You see the balance? $15,880. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. So there is a way that can happen. Oh, you might think, oh, she just pulled that up for anybody. Okay. Make sure my personal information. Is it upside down? Let's see. Can y'all see my name on there? You see my name? Benita Bradley. See my name, Benita Bradley. Then you see it says October. See, it's October. The balance I owe is $15,880.72. All right, so when I tell people, and yes, I've tried, listen, I've gone through every agency imaginable. Only one agency was going to help, and they only offered $500. Y'all know what they told us? If you get the rest, then we'll give you the $500, but you got 2 days to get the rest. If you don't get the rest within the 2 days, they cancel the $500. So boom, that's what happened. So when I tell you God has really had his hand on me through this situation, hear what I'm telling you. When I try to push my GoFundMe page, I've had people tell me, oh, people are scamming. I'm talking about church people. People that know me personally have told me stuff like that. Like, why are you telling me that? I'm not a scammer. So it's been really hard for me to get help. Like I said, it would be different if this was something I could control. But now that we know it has more to do with my DNA than it does anything else, it's just I feel like a rock has been thrown at me, And although I am thankful to know what I know, it's not easy finding it out at my age, and then the gene that I do have, I passed it to my daughter, and she's the only one of my children that had it. My eldest daughter, she died when she was 35 years old. That's something I still carry. I don't know if I'll ever get over losing my baby. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on what I'm going to be talking to you guys about. So I do have a GoFundMe page. If you go to GoFundMe, I guess .com or whatever it is, type in my name, Benita Bradley, Benita Bradley, just like I showed it to you. You'll see my GoFundMe page there. If you want to donate, you're more than welcome to. Hold on.